New Day Talk Radio, where every day is a new day.
Welcome to West Edge Design 2015, bringing the best in designers, makers, and architects from across the nation and the world. What a treat to be here with the best designers in the world in sunny Santa Monica, Brian.
Yes, and perhaps we can take a sneak peek at what the press and the bloggers are saying in the Sunbrella Lounge before we go inside and see for ourselves.
I have a background in traditional wooden boat building and also pursued for some time concrete casting, and really wanted a way to integrate the two materials and disciplines and their techniques. So Cimarron is the natural kind of progression of those desires to bring those two materials together.
What are the three key benefits you see derived from the new system's reporting and business intelligence capabilities?
Well, Ron, to start with, there's three different levels of business intelligence that are available in the SIS. The first is the very basic level, advanced search. So the search capability within the system is very robust. And I think most people are going to be able to find the information they need simply by using the search, and they'll be able to find it on their own. At the next level, we have reporting. So not only do we have the canned reports that came with the software, we also have about 80 custom reports that we develop based on our customers' requirements.
Great.
Then at the third level, at the highest level, an executive level really, we have dashboards. Now, dashboarding is a capability that our customers currently don't have access to. And I can tell you, when we went down to Campus Insight, which is our vendors user group conference, they saw some of the dashboard capabilities of the product and they were amazed.
So sort of the candy store effect?
Oh yeah, they were like, we have to have this. They were passing notes to me saying, we've got to have this, where can we get this? So we're excited to be able to add this new capability for them and bring them something they currently don't have. In addition to that, we have a dedicated business intelligence developer on the team. So this really puts us in the driver's seat when it comes to being able to develop any kind of business intelligence solution that we want to. It also allows us to respond quickly and effectively to our customers' needs. If they say, I need a new report, I need something changed on the dashboard, we have the ability in-house to quickly and, as I said, effectively respond to their needs, which is one of our priorities.
When the missile crisis came, my father spent most of the 13 days in the White House, and he said that we had to be good soldiers and show up at school, that if there was a nuclear war, that none of us would want to be around afterwards.
no mistake could bring us to the confrontation. As my father repeated, if we lose control, we will not be in charge.
Dad virtually told me nothing about Cuba. When Castro came in to overthrow Batista, my father must have been pretty thrilled, actually. You know, because he could remember Batista was not such a great guy.
We've been lied to since 1959 about Cuba, and we're still being lied to today. This unholy alliance between Nixon, the mafia, and the CIA still impacting us today.
At no time has the CIA engaged in any political activity that was not approved at the highest level.
We made it United States policy to assassinate Fidel Castro.
Wow, this is not what we bargained for. We just thought we were going to get rid of a corrupt government.
The president held out an olive leaf to Castro, and he said to him, the United States history in Cuba has been a history of atrocities, and we understand that we're going to have to pay for that in one way or another.
These people are the best of the best.
I'm so excited to look and watch all of you take these beautiful nurses and turn them into a runway model.
Now it's your turn to create a brand new, your own fantasy fairy tale character by your imaginations.
The night is here, you step away, a poison pill you had to take, and now anyone can read your pain.
We're going a little on the dark safari cheetah ride.
Calvin Kerr Jr. is a U.S. Army veteran and a published author.
I was born in Water Valley, Mississippi. However, I grew up in Memphis, Tennessee. I am married. Matter of fact, I'm married to a Panamanian, and together we have a boy and 2 girls. I joined the military right out of high school. In Memphis, there was very little to do as a black person, so I decided that as soon as I graduated, that I was going into the military. The reason is because I had little or no money for college, and I felt the military would be a great place for me. I spent 22 years. My first 4 years were as an infantry man and infantry scout. Initially, I was an infantry scout in the jungles of Panama, where I used to backtrack Panamanians when they attacked ammunition bunkers. I recon islands in the Pacific Ocean to put mortar platoons with direct hits on Panamanian cities. The name of my book is entitled Hard Hit City. It's funny because when I retired, I decided to teach junior ROTC. It was in Baltimore City that they offered me the job. It was at an alternative school, and I felt that it was a great job because I had to build the program from the ground floor. I and the major, we instituted the whole system. I became the basketball coach, and the name of the school was Harbor City Learning Center. But the kids were so hard-headed, I felt that it's too nice of a name. They should be called, or the school should be called, Hard-Head Cities. Because you're hard-headed, there was a lot of bumps in my life. There were a lot of bumps in my life. God always put me in positions to train, to mentor hundreds of thousands of people. The legacy that I would leave behind is that anything that I have done, I did it to the best of my ability. Anything that I've done, I wanted to be first. I wanted to be the best.
Calvin Kerr Jr. is a 26-year Army veteran. He lives life with courage, commitment to others, and excels at whatever he undertakes. His family and all whom he has touched will be his legacy.
What inspired me to become a sculptor was basically I saw a friend, a neighbor, carving on a piece of wood, and he was making a little wood knife with a penknife that he was carving with. So I became fascinated with that whole process. And in doing so, I went and got my mother's butcher knife, and I started hacking on wood to such an extent to where once I started going through this process, I couldn't stop. I would whittle in bed. I would do all kinds of stuff. I would get a new little sharp tool and I would carve on. We had TV tables at that time. My end of the TV table was all whittled up. And I would I would carve on furniture and different things like that. So I was just totally interested in making wood toys, finding out what sharp objects did what. Basically, that was it. But I did not, excuse me, have a clue as to what artists were per se. I was just fascinated with that process. So as time went on, I became more fascinated with what I could make from these techniques that I had learned or I had practiced, because the whole terminology of self-taught is actually not correct. It's actually divinely taught. It's a matter of practicing what you've given. And so by using what I was practicing and my passion, I started working with trying to make figures of female forms. I did things like, I saw the movie Moby Dick, and I said, oh man, that is an incredible creature. And so I did the research on the sperm whale. So I carved me out a sperm whale and fixed him up. And you know, I still have that piece. I gave it to my aunt, and when she passed, she gave it back to me. I would carve things like pirate boats and sail ships, all kinds of things like airplanes, anything and everything that fascinated me in the external world.